It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. With the regular season starting to wind down, Kenny, if you're a team that's put up a good fight, but now it's obvious you won't make the playoffs, what's your strategy of the last few games?
Well, you're trying to get better for next year. You want to improve. Every day you're on the court, you want to improve. But you also want to put a good product on for the fans. So you want to have the fans believing next year could be your year as well.
Well, I'm not as nice as Kenny. I want to win now. So the first thing I would do, I got to evaluate the coaching staff. And then I got to decide which players I want back. We're not making the playoffs. Well, I'm not paying any people.
Wow.
That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip. We send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
From New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Sacramento is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. Not one of the better records in the Western Conference. Right now, they're in 12th place.
And they've got some additional incentive today. The season series is knotted up at 1 apiece, this being the deciding game. What do you think's going to go down?
To me, sure, it's nice to have the bragging rights, but big picture, you just want to come out and get the W.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Sacramento, Labissiere and Cauley Steiner, the bigs. Fox is out there with Jackson, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Burke. And it's Fox with the rebound. On offense, here are the Kings. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
But they really work well together. They trusted each other. That's how you get stops.
Greg, you ask a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
And he makes the first.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game, Kevin. You know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. Can't wait to watch this.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Jeff Hornacek. They're looking to break the tie in this season series, and I asked him what he thought the biggest factor would be tonight. He said it always seems to come down to getting a stop. We have to get our hands up and contest shots. And if that doesn't work, our guys in the back have to block those shots. That's one of the ways they win games, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Oh, and it could lead to some easy points too, Greg. I bet you that they turn a lot of turnovers into transition buckets today.
Now here's Beasley following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Hardaway from outside. It's rebounded by Labissiere. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Picked his pocket. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hardaway kicks to Cantor. Knocked away. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Some nice passing by New York here. Hardaway with a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
It's stolen by Labissiere. To the inside. And then Cauley-Stein with the jam.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley-Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here is Hardaway. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit. Cantor's shot is off. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's Fox, and again it's Sacramento converting.
And the experience that Fox is garnering, this is a guy who is used to having hands in his face, but it doesn't seem to affect him in the slightest.
Jumper off the screen, and Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Burke. Beasley's got his first points in this one. Here's Fox. That misses off the backboard.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job.
Shoots. That one doesn't go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Well, their bench provided that spark. Points they may not have had otherwise. I thought that was really the difference in this game.
Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Jackson. And Cantor now top the key to the left wing. Here's Ntilikina. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, I love seeing him shoot from that spot. Ntilikina has shown he has a consistent mid-range jump shot if he can just create space. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Fox. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Knocked loose. And it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease. Well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul, and now they might really go at him. I mean, try to get a third foul and force him to sit on the bench.
Now, here's Burke. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit.
And where I thought he was out of his mind was the playmaking. Time and time again, he set his teammates up for the easy bucket.
And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined. But what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
And Sacramento has possession after New York gets the three, and good that time. Fox has got 9.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Beasley. Last game we saw him score 32. Doubled by Fox. Beasley dishes to Hardaway. Rebounded by Jackson. Sacramento leading by 3. And Fox gets it to go. 11 points in the game.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Beasley with it, defended by Labissiere. And it's Hardaway again missing.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Here's Fox. Second shot opportunity. Labissiere, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Burke the pass to Canner. And Canner throws it down.
And surprisingly a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but rarely does.
Look, guys, he's a big man who often doesn't play big. This is exactly the kind of play the organization has been waiting to see from him. A big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Now, here's Fox. Burke covering. Count that one. And that's 13 points for De'Aaron Fox.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
Beasley with the screen on Jackson. Here's Burke. No good on the 3. Sacramento leading by 5. Here's Fox. Here's Cauley Stein. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, their opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
So New York ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Zach Randolph's checked in for Labissiere. Carter comes in for Bogdanovich. Garrett Temple has checked in for Jackson. And it's Buddy Hield in for Fox. Now, here's O'Quinn. 8 points his last outing. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
The free throw good from Moutier. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, there have been a lot of great young big men come into the league over the last couple of years. Chris, do you think the post position is about... Oh!
He's not going to lead the league in dunks, but when Randolph does throw it down, watch out.
Knicks trail by 7. Moutier with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And then Hield with the dunk.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, and while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Ball's knocked loose. Hield on the double team. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Cantor.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. New York, no good that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Temple gets the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Over in the corner, Lee. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
And Lee is valuable because of how he spaces the floor with his shooting. He is dangerous from outside.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Moutier kicks to Williams. Now, here's Thomas. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. New York moving it around. 4 on the clock. Moutier kept alive by New York. And there's the pass to Lee. Over to the left wing. Here's O'Quinn. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Randolph. And the Kings lead by 12.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
There's the double team with Randolph. That's tipped. And pushing it up is Sacramento. Kings again in transition with the putback. The Knicks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Thomas gets a wide open look. No good from outside. And here are the Kings now. They're on an 18-7 run. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Moutier. Picked by Lee. Carter comes in with the double team. Lee outside. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Carter. For the finish. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Moutier kicks to Williams. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Randolph. how his last 10 games have gone. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, he hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Poked away. It's stolen by Carter. And now the Kings, fast break by himself, finishes the break with a slam.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Lee dishes to Moutier. Overhealed. That one wide left.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silence the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
Kicks to O'Quinn. Thomas against Randolph. Shot to stop the drought, and the layup is up and in.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and Carter has it in the corner. Cauley-Stein passes to Randolph. It's rebounded by New York. Lee outside. And too long on the shot. With 1 on the clock, the first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Kings lead by 18. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
Knicks trail by 18.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
We've got Moutier, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Lance Thomas. Then it's Lee. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Watch out. Watch out. And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Now here's Moutier. D right on him. Dishes it to Lee. And here's O'Quinn. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield.
He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Sacramento leading by 20. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Kings in third.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Iman Shumpert is checked in for Vince Carter. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
You have to love the versatility of Lee's game. Not only a superb scorer, but a skilled passer as well.
Knicks trail by 18. Moutier kicks to O'Quinn. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. You look at the Raptors. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, the Knicks. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, I think for New York, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
This is just not a team that is positioned to be very good at all. Now, look, the players are doing their best out there, but they simply just don't have the right mix of players nor the execution to get it done yet.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Beasley's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Ntilikina comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Burke in for Moutier. Knicks trail by 16. Three-pointer. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist from Hardaway. 9 points for Trey Burke.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, when Randolph is rumbling to the rim, not many guys are going to get in his way.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Left side, Hardaway. They grab their own miss. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
There's the pick. Beasley with the screen on Randolph. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Here's Beasley, and he makes good on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Randolph slams it in.
Nice. Look how alert Shumpert is. He knows whenever one of his teammates is open to get him to rock.
Knicks trail by 17. Beasley with the screen on Shumpert. Here's Ntilikina. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Ntilikina's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
The shot misses. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. Beasley right side. Right wing. Down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Well, considering the Kings, Chris, and how they have fared in the draft, it is clear to see why they just haven't been able to find and field a top team in so long. They've struggled drafting.
Yeah, and they're just hoping that trend is reversed with this latest group, Fox, Jackson, Giles. They're a solid trio. Still, before this class, the only first-round pick of the Kings who is still with the team is Cauley Stein.
2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one drops. Well, Chris, NBA players will go around to every arena at least once in a season. Does each arena have its own feel and look? And how does that impact players when they play on the floor? A depth perception from the basket to the last row. They've told me that every building feels different. Is that true?
Yeah, every building does feel different, but because every player is different, it just depends on which guy and which arena. I used to love Portland because it was dark in Portland and it felt warm in there. I don't know why. I mean, I can't really even explain that well, but I used to love playing in Portland. And I know some guys that have an arena that is bright, or they just love getting there, or maybe they just love that city. So a lot of times, I tell you what arena I really loved, and it was the first time I went to Boston Garden, because I just sat and I stretched on the floor probably for the longest of any game, because I sat there and I touched the parquet floor and I got to look up at all the banners, and I, kind of reading the banners there and who played there and what year they won, and tried to remember that team. And so in some arenas it's just special because who's performed there and who's been there before you. And so every arena has a different feel.
That's a great answer. Burke dishes to Beasley. Fox with the steal. And the Kings pushing it up now. And Labissiere throws it down.
Oh, and when Labissiere is that close to the bucket, the D is done for. Like seeing him finish with the flush.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. Here's Beasley, and the basket is good. Beasley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And Labissiere gets it to go.
Oh, and these close shots are the one Labissiere makes consistently, almost unblockable, given his height and length.
It's Beasley on the wing. No one near him. And Shumpert pulls it down. Kings leading now by 17. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Shumpert. Launches it. And Shumpert pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yep, that one goes. 19 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Cantor checked in for the Knicks. Troy Williams comes in for Ntilikina. Jackson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Knicks trail by 21. Burke, the pass to Beasley. Burke can't get it to go. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
To the middle. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Labissiere. Hardaway kicks to Williams. Double team on Williams. Tipped away. Back to Hardaway. Shot clock at 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Hardaway has got 9.
Again, yet another shot to build on his impressive first quarter.
Fox, no good. New York's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Williams' shot is off.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's Labissiere. Sacramento again missing.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
But sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Hardaway kicks to Burke. And the 3 off target. Sacramento leading by 18. Here's Jackson. Tries again. And it's laid in by Labissiere. He has 6.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Here's Fox. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 21.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
He just recorded his 3rd foul at the half. Coach has to consider resting him until the 3rd quarter.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Fox. Cantor, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Cantor's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Oh, he gets in a good position in the post, and the entry feed is there for him.
Count it, good. And the Kings lead by 20.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Burke dishes to Hardaway. Burke with it, now guarded by Fox. There's a screen by Cantor. Beasley, the pass to Cantor. It's hauled in by the Kings. Labissiere's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
Shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. And this late in the season, Chris, health is a big factor. A lot of players willing to play through injury. Just how common is it for someone to play dinged up in the NBA? Not at 100%.
Well, I think mostly every player is playing dinged up. I think you have so many players that are hurting while they play. But I don't know if you have many that are injured. And so you have to walk that line of distinction in. But it's no way not to have these practices, to go up with this physical play, to exert so much energy every day of your life and not have some war wounds for it. But it's part of the game. Can you maintain it? Can you handle it? Can you tough it out? And can you help your team win a championship? That's what the whole goal is.
Just 5 to shoot. Let's go. Hits the front of the rim and out. Kings leading now by 21. Here's Hield. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Hill doesn't fear anyone. Phenomenal at keeping his eyes on the rim. He enjoys sinking these tough shots.
Moutier kicks to Hardaway. Hield on the double team. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a 3rd foul before halftime.
Lee's checked in for the Knicks. And a change for Sacramento. Garrett Temple has checked in for Bogdanovich. On defense, Sacramento. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Moutier. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Hield.
all you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
I like seeing Hill share the ball. How great instincts on offense. He finds guys well.
The Knicks shooting for the game at 42%. Moutier kicks to O'Quinn. He dishes it to Lee. Knocks it loose. And now the Kings fast break. Here's Temple. And he drops it in from the low post. Temple's got his third basket of the night right there.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we've got a breakdown showing the average three-point attempts versus two-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for the Kings.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Here's O'Quinn, 11 feet out, and he hits it. O'Quinn's got 6 points in the quarter. The Kings shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. Randolph can't hit.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. O'Quinn with it. Zach Randolph covering. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 7.
Now that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Here's Temple. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
No good from Lee. Sacramento in total control. From the left block, Temple gets the bucket. 10 points for him. And so here is New York. Moutier dishes to Williams. Williams double team. Lee passes to Williams. The three-pointer no good. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Temple. Excellent D from Cantor. And for the Knicks, they're shooting 48% on their attempts here in quarter number 2. Poked away and stolen by Cauley Stein. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, man. Cauley Stein is just a workhorse down inside, and because of his efforts, he earns a lot of tough foul calls in the process.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
When you think of Cauley Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
And he makes both free throws. Now, Moutier. There's the triple. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Sacramento in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Here with Coach Yeager. Coach, how do you keep control of this game going forward?
Well, we're going to keep them out of the paint. You can't play like you're up 4 touchdowns. Try to guard the basketball. They put their heads down. You can't be unaggressive. You got to be aggressive.
Coach, we'll see if you can keep up that defensive intensity. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. On the court for Sacramento, Labissiere and Cauley Steiner, the bigs. Jackson is out there with Fox, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Fires from deep, drains it from beyond the arc. And that's now 24 points for De'Aaron Fox.
I tell you what, Fox shooting now in rhythm. Got to respect also his decision-making, really getting a good feel for how the D is playing.
And there it is for him.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? Nah.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. That'll put Trey Burke on the line. It's going to go on Labissiere. And Trey Burke, a player who had a promising first few years in the NBA, Chris, as a point guard, but has since kind of fallen out of favor.
I always love cheering for Trey Burke. I mean, he needs to refine his game and take better care of the ball, but some say he's seemingly regressed since his rookie year.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And that one falls for Burke. And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward. And I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens. And so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Got that one up quick. Labissiere's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, and look at the high release. Labissiere lofting the jumper over the D.
Burke kicks to Cantor. Down low, Beasley with it. Guarded now by Jackson. No good from Beasley.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Fox gets it to go. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Burke. He's got 14. Pass to Ntilikina. Beasley the screen. Jackson comes over with the double. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And looking at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox, how last month turned out for him, averaging about 11 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, he hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout. Let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 4th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Here's Bogdanovich. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. 4th, Enes Kanter.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
And Cauley Stein over to help. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Kings have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Yep, it counts.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Beasley in the corner. Can they get it? Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And that one's good. Burke.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Fox hits them both.
Flagrant 1, 2 shots.
Both teams deciding to change it up. That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, perhaps the biggest thing is that Coach Yager is providing the Kings stability in the coaching position. First time a coach has been here for multiple years since 2012. Consistency is a key in helping this team get back on track.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Only 5 games left on the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is stacking up out west. You look at Houston. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Kings. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And checking out Sacramento, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
I'm sure their GM is going to be busy in the offseason. A lot of changes should be coming this offseason for them for sure. Just a very disappointing season.
New York's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. From 11 feet away, Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Shumpert was just so graceful on that drive. He was just outstanding to get in the D to whack him when he was penetrating.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
No, I love Shumpert. I mean, defensively, he's reliable, but offensively, these guys now can depend on him, and he has a great sense for when to shoot the ball as well.
And both free throws good for Shumpert.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. They double him with Shumpert. To the inside, here's Ntilikina. Plenty of space. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Fox, and that one is good. Fox has got 32 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The dish to Burke. Passes it to Hardaway. Beasley the screen. Here's Burke. New York, no good that time either. The Kings shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. And Fox gets it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Ntilikina. Looking to end the run. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. From 12 feet out. Fox, no good. The Knicks shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Here's Ntilikina. And Labissiere sends it back.
Just phenomenal timing on the block. Labissiere leaping up for the forceful rejection.
They are just killing them on the interior.
New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Burke kicks to Beasley. Labissiere brings the double team. Shumpert with the steal. Here's Fox. Knicks with the rebound. Beasley's got 6 rebounds in the game. A baseline J. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
Well, Willie Cauley-Stein out of Kentucky, a player who many thought would eventually become a big-time center in the league, was taken 6th overall in 2015. That surprised some people, but he has had a hard time finding his place in this NBA.
Well, for Cauley-Stein, some of it has been opportunity, but also just consistency. He's shown some flashes of greatness for moments, but he rarely puts together a stretch of those big games.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Zach Randolph has checked in for Labissiere. Carter comes in for Bogdanovich. Garrett Temple has checked in for Shumpert. And Hield subbed in for Fox. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense.
O'Quinn buries it from three-point range. O'Quinn's got 9.
Oh, you love it when the big fella shows off his ability from beyond the arc.
They grab their own miss. Nice shot by Randolph.
That's his bread and butter. Randolph, a beast on the boards.
New York's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. It's stolen by Hield. Drops in the breakaway layup. Hield's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Hardaway for 3, and Vince Carter pulls it down. Hey, Greg, when Cauley-Stein got those extra minutes after the Cousins deal, you could see a change in his play. Much more aggressive, much more confident.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a clear path to minutes to change a player. Cauley-Stein had been getting better and better before the trade. Having the team believe he could step in was a huge boost in his confidence and his play.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Kings.
I doubt they came into this game thinking they would be doing this much damage from mid-range, but you have to give them credit for being able to see what is available in their offense and then exploit the weakness of the D. To be successful in this league, you have to be flexible, and they've done a great job of that so far.
Left side, Randolph. Back to Hield. Kings moving the ball around. Here's Temple. Here's Randolph, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
Troy Williams checked in for New York.
One shot.
Free throw good, Randolph.
And what a tremendous career for Zach Randolph. He hit some bumps early on, but he's played with tremendous consistency throughout his time in the league.
Now here's Moutier, covered by Hield. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Fader on the way. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They get a hand on it. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Temple. Goes back up, and the nice bucket inside from Hield. Hield's got 8.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Feeds it to Williams. Kick by O'Quinn. Williams kicks to Moutier. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And it's 9 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
Good.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And checking out some numbers for Willie Cauley-Stein. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's around 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And let's see now which shooting guards have been on target the most over the last 10 games. The fourth spot held by Buddy Hield.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, and it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
Oh, as a coach or a teammate, you want to leave him out there as long as you can so that he can ride that hot streak until he needs a breather.
Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Carter. One-on-one here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Two shots.
That's good from Carter. No good on the second free throw. Knocked loose. The Knicks shooting the ball at 42%. Over in the corner, Lee. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. And Buddy Hield, the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four. And how about leading the nation in three-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Hield.
Well, Buddy Hield, the main part of the package that came back to the Kings in the Cousins trade. Hield was a player the Kings have been interested in for a while. Ownership targeted him specifically in the Cousins trade.
Good on both. And Chris, with Hield, part of why this team was so intent on getting him was because they love how he can develop as a scorer.
Oh, yeah, and to be clear, he can't replace Cousins with his production, and the team knows that. They wanted a perimeter scorer to transition and build around. They got their man in Hield.
Here's Randolph. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Randolph's got 9 points here in the second half. Out to the wing. Thomas outside. No good on that one. So the Kings will take it the other way. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Over Williams. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Hield. Carter's got 11 points. 58 seconds left in the third. Moutier kicks to Thomas. Stolen by Randolph. And, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And it goes down 2 points. Carter's got 7 now in this quarter.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition. And that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Carter against Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Knicks have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
At the line for 2.
2.
That free throw missing. The Knicks making a switch here. Cantor's checked in, and a change for Sacramento. Jackson's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And for Sacramento, they're shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Shooting for Sacramento. Hits Carter. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Lee kicks to Moutier. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Williams. Picked by Lee. Stolen by Carter. 16 feet away, and he drops that one in. Carter's got 16 points.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
The Knicks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
2 shots.
Shots. Relax on the first.
A free throw good from Moutier. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Sacramento, able to put on a show for the ages. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and scheme up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Knicks shooting 41% for the game. And for the Kings, they've got Carter. Kufis out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Mason. And it's Jackson in at the 2 guard. Good on the shot.
Tough effort right there on the glass. Those second chance points can pay off in a big way.
The Kings shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And for the Knicks. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Moutier with the ball. Poke loose. There's a screen by Cantor. Defended by Carter. Stolen by Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
The feed now to Moutier. The kick out to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists tonight.
Hey, look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Chris, traditionally, we've had the standard 1 through 5 spots in an NBA team, but it seems more and more GMs and coaches are going away from labeling a player to one of those spots, like positionless basketball. Are we going to see more of that? Is it going to work its way around to another level? How do you view that?
Well, I just think that the game is evolving, and I think right now you have to have a certain skill set to play, and that means you have to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and defend. If you think about it, we had players that could just defend, couldn't dribble or throw a ball in the ocean. Well, that really can't work anymore, and you have to have players with the total skill set regardless of size. I do think, though, that you'll always have to have positions. I hated how we took the center out of the All-Star game. You never see in baseball, they say, it's okay, you don't have to have a center fielder. You can just put 2 left fielders in there. You still have to identify a position, and for the tradition and the honor of the game, I say we do that. But we got some pretty big guys and some pretty great guys. So what would you call Dirk Nowitzki? Is he a 5? He's 7 feet tall. Is he a 4? Is he a 3? It doesn't matter. He just has game. What do you call Kevin Durant? A 7-foot flamethrower? I mean, he's a center, a power forward. I don't know what you call him, but I know that size or positions are no more defined by height.
Oh! Come on. Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They double him with Shumpert. There's a screen by Williams. Tipped away. It's stolen by Labissiere. And now here's Mason, the fast break opportunity. Tries again, and it's Labissiere getting it to go.
Oh, and just look at Labissiere, just staying after it and creating additional opportunities for his team.
They double him with Shumpert, poked away. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. Jack comes in for Moutier. Now here is Jack. Over in the corner, Williams. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ntilikina. They set the pick. Chris, you see some of the rookies coming into the league. They need to put on more weight. They need to build up a little bit. And how aggressive saying that were you looking to add strength when you came into the NBA?
Well, I was fortunate that I already had an NBA-type body, and so I really didn't need to try to bulk up for the NBA. You know, I really disagree that a lot of guys got to get stronger. Look at Kevin Durant. You know, we all know the famous story about how trainers laughed at him when he got to the league. The NBA is unique in that, do you have skill? Can you play? So, no, Curry doesn't need to put on 25 pounds of muscle. I think we've seen Durant doesn't need to put on 15 pounds of muscle. It's more about your game. It's more about your core and your balance. You'll pick up natural weight and natural strength as you go along, but how is your work ethic? Are you in the gym? Are you lifting? Are you working out? Are you getting stronger? That's great, but you don't have to necessarily try to become bigger and stronger. Just try to make sure you have game. That's most important.
Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
And Ntilikina is a blur in the open court, so fast and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition. Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
No, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
And not sure what he was thinking there. Shumpert dishes to Carter. Over Williams. Here's Labissiere. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
The D doing all they can, but Labissière is just a master at finishing from there. I mean, even while getting hit.
Back to Jack. New York moving it around. The 19-footer is on the money. And for Sacramento, they're shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And it's Carter again missing.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
No good from Jack. Kings shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Here's Shumpert. Here's Koufos. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Koufos has got 8 points here in this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Out to the right wing. Ntilikina. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Labissière's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. That one good for 2. 6 points for Iman Shumpert.
Look, and sometimes Shumpert makes those tough shots, even over strong interior defense.
Pass to Jack. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Mason. Pass to Ntilikina. He tries for 3. New York keeps it going, a new 24-second clock. Good work there as it goes.
He has come out strong to begin this half and has really found his stroke.
Labissière kicks to Carter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carter's got 18 points just in the second half.
And how about the vision from Labissière, easily spotting his teammate in a great spot. That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hield's checked in for Sacramento. And so here is New York. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Hield on the double team. From deep, Thomas. The rebound by Hield. Hield's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Mason with it. Now Jack defending. And there's Labissière. That's good on the assist by Mason. Mason's got 4 assists in the game. The Knicks shooting for the game at 42%. Jack passes to Thomas. Back to Jack. He feeds it to Williams. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Mason. Here's Labissière. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Williams. Over Shumpert. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
The Knicks shooting about 43% here in the 4th quarter. Jack dishes to Thomas. And the foul called on Skal Labissière. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Knicks with possession here. Here's Ntilikina.
He's the key if they're going to make a run. He's been way off this quarter.
From outside, off the mark.
His head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
Count it, good.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
And there's the pass to Thomas. Shot by Jack. Wide open. No good with the triple. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. And there it is for them. 8 points for Iman Shumpert.
See that quick shooting from Shumpert? He's a confident scorer in the mid-range.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's stolen by Hield. Here's Mason. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key. And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
The Knicks making a switch here. Moutier's checked in.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
And the basket by Thomas.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Koufos. The shot from the low post is good. Koufos has got 10 points in just the second half. The Knicks shooting the ball at 42%. Now here's Moutier, guarded closely, and Thomas has it in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Koufos, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Knicks shooting 44% in the fourth, the offense with some ups and downs. High, arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Fires from 18. Sacramento gets it back.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach Randolph.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Shumpert, no good.
That was as easy as it gets. He needs to complete those looks.
Outside Williams. Thomas sets a screen for Williams, and stolen by Koufos. Timeout called by the Kings. They're leading. 34 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Skal Labissière.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their number one option on every trip.
It's just too bad they're on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. It would have been nice for him to have a chance to perform like this in the postseason. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mason. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Too open that time, made it look too easy.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Tebow, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out. We was more physical this game. We came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and been aggressive, and everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Well, physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.